Hey guys, welcome aboard. Thought we'd do a little general aviation flying over here. We're going to take a quick little hop out to the desert. We're going to start out here in Oceanside, which is North County, San Diego, and take our 172 out over to the desert. We're going to go to Borrego Springs and check out the scenery over there. I just downloaded some scenery airports off of flightsim.to, and a gentleman was nice enough to make a whole bunch of local Southern California airports there, and that's what's one of them. So we're gonna go pop over there and take a look. Let's get everything fired up over here. I got to get my sounds on. There we go. Hopefully we can start hearing some stuff out there. Let's pop inside to the airplane. We'll get all fired up over here. Should be a pretty quick flight. Get our fuel on, mixture's good. Get our master switch on, fuel pump on, beacon on, nav on, and I think we're ready to get started up over here.
Clear prop!
There we go. I think we're started. Get the alternator on and get our avionics master switches on. Let's come down here and go standby on our transponder. And you can see we are out here at Oceanside. Looks like the winds are onshore here. We've still got a little bit of marine layer out here, so try to do a scud run underneath it there, or pop up if we have to. And let's see here. Let's get our altimeter setting over on my my Navigraph charts on the other screen here. Let's see what we got at Oceanside currently. And let's see, altimeter is 2996, so I'm going to go ahead and pop in here. Field elevation here should be pretty low. Let's take a quick gander there. 28 feet, so we should read 28 feet here. It's about, right about there. We said 2996 for the altimeter. Yep. That's about right. Maybe one more. It's always hard to do this, so we go 29246. Close enough. All right, pop down here. Let's get our fuel pump off. Get our taxi light on. Sure, our brakes are off here too. That's brakes on. That's brakes off. And let's see, winds out of the southwest at 7, which kind of jives with what I'm seeing on the windsock over here. Where is it? There it is, way off there in the distance. Oh, there's one right in front of us. Perfect. All right, so we'll take a right out of here and depart, do a quick turnaround. See if I can get my steering working here. Trying to use differential braking here a little bit. There we go. So I don't have rudder pedals. I got to use the ground steering, and not exactly easy to do when you don't have the differential braking. So I have that mapped to a couple of buttons, the left and right button on my my joystick controller, just for taxiing the Cessna here. Make one little change to my setup here once we get to the end of the runway, right before we take off. Forgot to set up my overlay. pull off to the side right here so we don't get in anybody's way, which I haven't even started my traffic. All right, let's get the brakes on here, and I'm going to do a couple little changes here to my setup. So you might see some pop-ups here. Get that onto my headset. There we go. Not sure if that's going to work, but hey, we'll just go with it. I'll just use my speakers if I have to. And let me get a couple of planes popped in here. We'll start our fly-by-wire injector. Alright, there we go. So we should have some traffic to enjoy over here. We will be using the autopilot just for the sake of you know, easing my strain. Alright, oh yeah, we were also going to do our overlay here. Let me get that going. It's kind of an impromptu flight. Let's see here, where are we? KOKB. And we're going to be heading out to Borrego Springs, which is L08. Let's see if we can pick that up here even. KL08. There we go. Borrego Valley. At least that way we'll get the live fly here at the top. Let me go ahead and refresh that. There we go. Alright, let's pop down here. We go landing light on, get our strobes on. No need to do a run up, although I am going to go down here one more time. Kind of set our takeoff trim a little bit. I like it a little bit nose up right there. Alright, brakes are off. And like I said, we're just going to kind of eyeball this. It's a general course of roughly about 076. So should be a nice quick hop over the hills out to the desert. There's 60 knots. Go ahead and rotate. Take a quick look out at the scenery here. By the way, the link for his scenery is in the description. And he did Oceanside here also. He's got a whole bunch of different Southern California airports. Across the ravine here, just head for the hotel there. And I'm going to take a quick peek at my sound here. Let's see, headset, input device, output device. With that, I'm getting some of the sound from the simulator in my headset and some of it from my speaker, so I'll have to play around with that. All right, we'll wait till we get up to about 1,000 feet here over Oceanside and we'll make our turn. Nice view of Oceanside Harbor right here. I do also have the water fixes So what that does is there's another guy that did all the water fixes around California, and it fixes sort of the harbors and the coastlines here that get washed out and disappear. You won't see all the boats and everything like that, the way Microsoft works. Well, he kind of fixed all that up. So now we get to take a nice look there at the harbor. All right, let's make our turn out here. Around 076 is what we're shooting for. We got some funky winds here. Might have to pop out through a hole here. Our airport here where we took off. Kind of aim for this clear spot up here. Climb out through the marine layer. Still see blue there, so I think we're good for VFR flight here. Get on our general heading here. Where are we at here? Almost 3,000 feet. We're going to have to go up to about 5,500 feet. Maybe a little bit higher. We'll see once we get there. Let's go ahead and hit our autopilot here and set it for about 500 foot per minute climb. A little bumpy coming through the clouds here. Go to heading hold. Let's come down here and kill our landing and taxi lights. Also clean the mixture here a little bit. Pop back in here and tell this to go back to my speakers. There we go. It's kind of weird. I wasn't sure which sounds you guys were hearing there. Let's take a look at chat here. Haven't been looking at it. Stream looks good. While we're departing out of here, take a quick look at the GPS. We'll just set that in there just to help us along a little bit. So, like I said, it's a pretty quick flight. And what did we say it was? L0 something. I think it was 8 or 7 or 8. Borrego Valley 8. There we go. Enter that. And there's our course. We're pretty much good here, but I'll go ahead and hit nav on the autopilot, and let's take a quick look. What are we at here for our arrow? About 1014. So I crank that up just a little bit. nice day here in San Diego. Marine layer is breaking up for us. And let's take a quick look at the actual satellites. Let me bring that over here. That in some rotation. So where we're taking off from is right about here where my cursor is. Oceanside. We're pretty much heading direct to Borrego, which is out here, I believe. Yeah, it's about right. I'm looking at my other chart on the other screen there. And actually, let's take a look at the. Take a little bit closer look here and see what our elevations are. So we do have to go over the mountains here, just north of Julian. Looks like we got 3,500 feet right there. We got a Loma Madeira Ranch. It's a private airport here, but we got 4,555 feet. I think this is good. I think that'll get us there. There's a big peak right here, 6,100, but we'll kind of scoot around the hills here so we don't have to climb up too much. See dead ahead there. How are we doing on our climb here? We got about 300 feet to go. Crossing the 15 freeway right here, just north of Escondido, San Marcos Vista. And I think let's see if this thing's well. We won't get an ETA on the top panel there, with the information panel, until we're above 10,000 feet. So. Get an ETA there on this flight, but you can see we're cruising along pretty good. We should be there shortly. Double checking to see what this was. This is the Lawrencewell Resort Village. I always see that on the 15 when I'm driving up and down here. There's our altitude. Let's go ahead and lean the mixture here a little bit. What I'm doing there is actually just looking at two things. Looking at my fuel flow, and I'm looking at my RPM here as I get a better shot here. As I pull back the mixture, I'm looking for this to increase and then decrease slightly. So I think right there's the decrease. So I'll bring it back in a little bit, get it back up. And yeah, right around 15. 14-15 is about the peak right there. And obviously I'm looking at the EGT too to see where it kind of peaks out. But generally what I normally do is just take a look at the RPM. For the most part, try to find that maximum RPM. So, like I said, there's a couple of airports. Let me go ahead and show this to you. That this guy did. We're going to be visiting a bunch of them, I think, on my streams. But I figured we'd do the Borrego one first. Bring it up on the other screen here. So, flightsim.to, take a look at the map function, and let's see, where are we here? Oceanside, and then we're going to Warner Springs, and here's Borrego. I believe it's this one here. There's actually two of them for you. Yeah, this is the one right here. We'll take a look around right here, and all this nice stuff to see. Should be a quick hop. We're just about halfway there already. Back there at Escondido. Gotta have my coffee while I'm flying. I'll turn the sounds down here just a little bit. Pop outside. I am flying the U.S. Air Force, forgot what it's called, C-24. I may have that totally wrong. Can't remember. That livery. A little bumpy out there today. We still haven't picked up our nav right here, but we're heading in the general direction here. I wanted to pick up the nav and just turn directly towards it here, which I might also just turn this a couple of degrees on the heading hold. We'll see if we can't intercept it there a little bit, but we got to go over the hills, and like I said, we'll see if we got to climb up a little bit more. It's a nice little spot to go check out if you want to get away from the usual coastline here in Southern California. You can head out to the desert, to Borrego or Imperial or elsewhere. Lots of nice little spots you can pop into for, I guess now would be a $200 hamburger. See if we got to kind of scoot around some of these hills here. I think one of these is those that big peak we were looking at on the VFR chart. Little spot. Wonder if that's a little camping area there. See a few trees right there. Little palm trees. Yeah, I think I'm going to take nav off. Just stick with heading hold here. Out a little bit. And you can see our course kind of pretty much converges there. What do we got? We got 27 miles to go. Oh, we do get our ETA, or ETE right here, so we should be at Borrego in about 13 minutes or so. I think we're going to be going over Warner Springs here. Yeah, and just Warner Springs is right by, this is Lake Henshaw. And I think Warner Springs looks like it's up here someplace. Springs right there. So if you live in the Southern California area, you've never been out to Borrego, it's an interesting little spot. There's a bunch of sculptures out there. I did a video a little while back in X-Plane 11. Looking it up here. There we go. So, we got the airport someplace around here, but this is just looking at the map. But you get there's some funky little sculptures that they have out there. Take a look at let's take a look at the images here. You can see you can pop in there and you got like a dragon. There's a good shot of it. Different scorpions and things like that you can actually drive by and take a look at. So that's where we're headed. And I think we should be able to make it like right through this little area here. See if we can't skirt around this way, or we might actually just cut down this little ravine here. And Warner Springs here, they do a lot of glider, obviously with the hills here and all that. A lot of glider flying. Trying to get a good look at the airstrip right there. Usually in the winter time I take a drive out to Julian, which is out this way. Julian's a nice little fall day trip, weekend day trip out there. They have an apple festival and a little downtown area with some shops and things like that, but usually drive down on, I believe this is the 76, I can't remember, drives down here along the lake. All right, let's see if we can make it into the desert here. We can definitely cut across here to the right, but try to get it as direct of a flight. See if we can't cut left here without having to climb out through the hills. I'm going to take a look at, and now I think, taking a look at the sky vector chart just to see if there's that ravine goes all the way. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Pretty sure we can cut through here, and it actually does cut around, but if we have to, we'll go out to the right-hand side here. Unfortunately, I don't think any of those sculptures are modeled in any of the scenery. It might be a little fun thing for somebody to try. Yeah, I think we're going to the right here unless we climb up. I think I was thinking of a pass back there, because I flew this the other day out of French Valley, which is just a little bit to our north here. Yeah, it looks like we're going right here, so let's go ahead and scoot around here a little bit. Just because I don't want to climb out anymore. Tangled up on my cord here. That'd be a nice little hike up here, huh? Out of curiosity, let me see what Microsoft's map has on us here. And the details not very good. All right, we'll scoot around here to the left, and we can drop down into Borrego. See what we see at this airport. You can actually see the airport right over there, just over the ridge here. Here's our airport as we bounce around right here. Take a quick look on Navigraph, see what we got for weather. Looks windy. My plane's bouncing around enough. Alright, weather over here at Borrego looks like we got 2983. So let me go ahead and reset that before we start our descent. There's 8, 1, 2, 3, I think right there. Nice little road here. I'm gonna pop out just to see what that looks like. I don't think I've ever been on that. Not sure what that is. Little anomaly there in the scenery. Alright, enough screwing around here. Let's get to the airport. We're going to start our descent here. Go ahead and kill the autopilot if I can get to it after bouncing around on these updrafts. Oh yeah, the winds are, it says they're out of the east at 6. Here comes the fun part. So if they're out of the east, that means that's what kind of makes sense here. We're getting all these little updrafts bouncing us around. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Dragon, out here to the left-hand side, I think the Dragon and stuff are like over here someplace. There's little spots. I did take a look at it just to see if maybe it was modeled with the airport. Unfortunately, I don't think so, but I think right there you can kind of see something right there. I think that's where part of it is. There's a couple different spots here in Borrego that have different sculptures like that. Alright, I'm going to throttle back here. We'll go mixture rich. We'll do straight in to the runway here. What do we got for runways? We're definitely bouncing around. Runway 8. Holy mackerel. This is some serious wind here. Barf bag in the pocket down here. Alright, let's go down here, get our landing and excuse me, get our landing and taxi lights on. And I'm guessing your ears all popped on the way down here. Got some people living out here in the middle of the desert. Well, not really the middle of the desert, but someplace in the desert. Alright, we'll get slowed up here and get our first notch of flaps in. The second notch in. Hopefully we don't have too many bumps like this this low to the ground. Alright, full flaps. Bring a little power in here. There's a little solar farm off here to the north side of the airfield. I don't think we're going to make the first turn out here. We'll try. Hey, we made it. Of course, my brakes are probably smoking right now. Alright guys, welcome to Borrego Valley Airport here. Taxi over here. I guess we could have taken the other... No, this is good. This will take us right into the ramp right here. And we can pop in here for a hamburger. Get our landing light on and get our strobes off. hop into the drone here and take a look around. Like I said, this airport is freeware, done by one of the users that posts to flightsim.to. And with the wind here, I'm just going to kind of do a quick parking right here. And spin it around. It's about as good as I'm going to get it. All right, parking brake on. Let's get everything off here. We'll get our radios off, nav, landing, pull the mixture, and we'll get our beacon off, batteries off, alternator off, and get our magnetos off. Alright guys, welcome to Borrego here. Let's do the drone view here. Spin it around here and take a quick look around. Now this is actually a restaurant. You see some folks here, so it's pretty cool. You can hang out over here. The restaurant's not modeled very well, but these are actually windows into the restaurant down below where you can get your burger and hop out here. Watch the planes try to land in the windy conditions here. Take a look over here at the airport office. Pop in here and request some fuel. Get a Dr. Pepper. Hang out over here in the shade since I'm guessing it's pretty windy here. It looks like it. At least the flag is blowing. I don't know, kind of in the halfway right direction. Let's take a look at the outside here. There he goes, the propeller. Bar and grill. Wrong way. Nice, you can come over here, even if you're not flying in. Get a burger. Come out to the patio up there and have a look around. See what else we got here. Looks like a little bit of a fuel spot right there. Got some sheds and our airport beacon. What we got over here? Got a couple little shacks we can go check out too. I think these are for rent. Got satellite dishes so you can sit here in the desert, and looks like you got a little bit of a pond of some sort. You can take a dip in, maybe a hot spring or something like that. Pretty cool. Nice little spot. Alright guys, I'm going to call the stream right there because it's about lunchtime here, and I'm going to pop in to the restaurant right there, get me some lunchtime. Alright guys, until next time, take care.